It's Luke and Naomi.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy whenever time it is that you're listening.
Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Happy episode 14.
All right, just moving along.
I really keep going back and checking because I'm worried that we missed count somewhere and, can't count to 14.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if we did because, well, everybody knows we're not the best when it comes to math and even counting, honestly.
That's right.
We're just terrible.
Terrible. Bad at math, bad at counting, bad at numbers.
Bad at words.
Hopefully good at the talking. You beat me to bad at words because I was going to say good at the talking.
You're good at talking and bad at words. They can be considered two different things.
Happy episode 14.
That's right.
Thank you so much for staying aboard with us.
That's right.
On this crazy pirate ship to nowhere.
I like it, yeah.
I like it too.
Pirate ship to nowhere. We're just like sitting off the coast, the anchor's down and all that. But you can still see the coast.
Firing cannonballs in the wrong direction.
That's right. Just out into the water.
Did you hit anything? We're supposed to hit something?
Oh, I was just having fun.
Anyway, thank you so much for sticking with us for 14. Love you all madly. We are on the Spotify.
Yeah.
Mr. Snowman.
That's right.
Just wanted to point that out.
Snowman.
You guys should really get on Spotify.
Come on, Snowman. Don't you listen? We're always like, hey, you can listen wherever, any of the platforms.
He ain't listening. He ain't scrolling through the Facebook page. I don't know.
Kind of hurts my feelings.
I don't know,
Snowman.
All right, we're on the Spotify. We are on the Anchor app. If you have that, it's really cool. If you've never heard of it, we are on the Google Play and the Apple Podcast too.
That's right.
Just in case you don't know.
YouTube, if you still want to go that route.
And we are still on the YouTube, but we had a hiatus there for a second, but we are back up and running on the YouTube. All of that's good. So if you happen to be listening on the YouTube and you didn't know about the podcast, there you go. If you happen to be on the pods and you didn't know about the YouTube,
there you go too.
all is well in the podcast land, in the land of Luke and Naomi On Air.
That's right. All is well when it comes to,
the podcast, yes.
the podcast part.
Oh boy, have we had a couple of days or a week or I don't know what you want to call it.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
There we go. All right. She's hollering already.
This is not my story. This is all you.
So we come home, 2 weeks ago, and there's this package out in front of our apartment. Now we have, we're in a different kind of apartment setup than I'm used to in the north and different than I think we had in the southwest. So it's a breezeway type of deal. It's an open hallway into the outside.
Yeah.
And there's a package sitting there next to the door that's not ours.
I was so excited when I saw this package. I was like, what did we get? What did we order? Oh my goodness, it's so big.
It's large. It's like you would put, a large couple of pictures or painting or something like that. We didn't open it.
It's heavy.
Let me say right there, we didn't open it. So we've had an issue since we moved in, as many people do when you move into apartment buildings and complexes and things like that, where you're getting mail from previous tenants.
Yes.
When it's just a letter or things like that, you can write return to sender on it and send it back. We actually looked that up because we didn't want to do the wrong thing with somebody else's mail, of course.
That's right.
So then comes this big giant package.
Heavy. Big giant package.
And, bulky and just weird. And we really don't know what the hell to do. So, I mean...
We've tried to do stuff.
Well, we right off the bat, we weren't sure. Do we bring it in even though it's not ours and try to call somebody? Do we leave it outside and not touch it because it's not ours? And, maybe do not... Anyway, what we did is return to sender on it and kind of left it there to see if maybe the, people who sent it or were supposed to get it got a delivery confirmation saying,
and came and got it.
We tried to think of all angles and all that before we did anything. It sat there for a week and a half, and finally Naomi said, I'm tired of looking at this. I'm going to bring it to the UPS store up the street. Yeah. Not too far from us. Okay, it's really not that big of a deal. We'll do that and be nice and, karma and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, then what did they tell you?
Okay, so I brought this giant bulky package into the UPS store, and I said, hi, I got this delivered to my house. It's not for me. I believe it's to not necessarily the people who were here before us. I believe it's the people before them. Like, this is some old package, like just return to sender kind of thing.
Right, either way, they ain't here. Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy goes, I don't know if it'll actually go where it needs to go. you may want to drop that off at the UPS store on 23rd Street.
I'm really glad that I didn't bring it there, because my response to that would have been like, where do y'all send my paychecks
Yeah.
for driving shit around town for you?
Well, I just looked at him and just like bug-eyed looked at him like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I already had to take time out of my day to run this errand and bring it to you. Like, that was not my plan for the day. I just thought, look, nobody's coming to pick this up. We got to do something with it. Anyways, so I'm looking at him like he's crazy, and he goes, well, we can probably do it here. Yes, you can. You are a UPS store. And he's like, it may end up back on your porch. And I'm like, no, just no. You guys take care of it, And I'm just, pushing it off on him. I said, thank you so much, and just headed out the door. I am not dealing with this anymore.
I want to be able to do the right thing with this whole package situation.
Yeah,
right?
Because if I had something that I was expecting in the mail and it doesn't arrive and my phone goes off and I get the notification that, hey, your package has been delivered and it's not there, I'm going to start panicking.
But the absurdity of these people, and UPS I'm talking about, just trying to work with them to do the right thing with the Postal Service, and, they may have been a little wonky the last couple of years and stuff, whatever. It's still like, hey, this doesn't belong here. Okay, we'll take it back and we'll get it on its way.
Figure it out.
These people, it was so absurd. So first of all, they try to make Naomi drive across town, which is a bit of a trek from, where she was and where she's going in the middle of the day.
I don't have the time to do that.
And all that. And so
I don't have a UPS uniform on. I'm sorry.
I came home for lunch today, and that damn thing is...
the package is back.
It's sitting out in the hallway.
Back. No, this gets worse, too. So the package is back. I get a text from Luke. And I saw the word package, and I knew.
Oh, yeah.
I knew exactly what had happened. I knew the package was back, and it's going to sit there forever. Come to find out, Luke spent his entire lunch break trying to call UPS. You said you called the 800 number,
Listen,
and it kept...
Trying is... all I really did. So we have the damn app for UPS because
Which is, by the way, useless. I'm sorry, this sounds like we are just ripping UPS to pieces, but this has been a nightmare, and somebody is missing their package right now.
So in the just the calendar year 2022, we've had issues with both FedEx and UPS dropping stuff off, shipping things out from different places because they both weren't Amazon. That all of a sudden we needed the signature confirmation that we didn't know until we got, hey, your package is shipped. Make sure you're there between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Can't do that because you're delivering it on a work day. Of course, everybody knows that. Old chestnut. So we went through a whole bunch of just crap with them earlier this year.
Yeah.
And then along comes this package. So, okay, I'm going to try to get it, to the right place the right way.
Yeah.
I open up the damn app, and first of all, when you go to do hit the support tab or button or whatever, it says, let's continue this in your web browser. Isn't your whole friggin' app, the reason to not... Anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're on the web browser.
That is a good
fine.
point.
No
Yeah.
big deal. It doesn't... We have the technology. We can do this. We can transfer over to the web. Fine. We'll do that. But then it's like, log in. Create a username and password if you haven't logged in already. I don't want to log in. I need a damn phone number to call somebody and go, hey, come get this package, please. It got delivered to the wrong place. That's all I need.
Multiple times.
I could not find a number until I found a 1-800 number for general customer service, which I call and is all automated. And on top of being all automated, fine. Most of the times you just hit 0.
Yeah.
Or say operator. This voice kept telling me, yeah, I know what you're trying to do. We're not going to do that. You have to give me more information. I don't
so you can't
have
even,
more information.
You can't even go to the operator.
Couldn't.
You just... Wow. Okay.
So, okay, fine. I figure, well, listen, I'm going to work my way through a couple of menus and see what I can do about, maybe getting a hold of a human being at some point.
Yeah.
And now I don't normally mind an automated menu if it works, but this one...
I hate them. I hate them so much.
It ended up hanging up on me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, if my mom's listening, she's probably furious because she always hated, getting hung up on.
I hate to interrupt this, but we should have got your mom involved earlier.
I know. We should have just had Mom Karen out on the UPS people.
Luke's mom is the queen of that in a good way. To the point where, like, you get bad service somewhere, she's going to say something and make them make it up to you. Because they should. You know?
Anyway.
She is the queen of that. Why didn't we get her involved?
She
may have to get involved.
Feel
Lisa, we need your help.
So, well, she is not going to be able to do anything because the whole damn point of this is I could not reach a human freaking being until I lied my way through the whole system, made up a couple of things, and finally they're like, we can't help you. Would you like to talk to an operator?
Yes.
I almost threw my phone through the wall.
I'm not surprised.
And then, when you get to an operator, it's a call center. These people are, they go to one of those buildings where it's a call center. Here, you 6 people are working for UPS. You 6 people are working for FedEx. Good luck. So I'm not going to take it out on this. It ain't his problem. It ain't his fault. And he does his best to help me. So anyway, I forgot before we sat down to go out in the hallway and check and see if that package has been picked up because I was told it was going to be.
Yeah.
I was also asked if I wanted them to call me and confirm that it'll be picked up. And I was like, well, can't you just confirm that here?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we can. All right, great. 5 minutes after I got off the phone with him, I got a call asking what the address was.
Because okay. No. All right.
And I just gave it to the guy. Do you not even have the internet between your call center and this place? So at this point, now I can laugh a little bit about it because it's just been the most absurd. And all I'm trying to do is get this poor woman's package to her.
Yeah. We don't know what it is.
It's not an Amazon thing.
I don't know how valuable this could possibly be. I mean, it's heavy, and a lot of times, heavy goes with valuable. Just saying.
I'm wondering if it's some sort of artwork or something.
No
Maybe
idea.
It's personal and it is sentimental or something like that. It would just be. I just know how I would feel if I was in, she's not even the person who's getting the package now because she ain't getting it.
Yeah, it's gonna return to sender. But
if that thing leaves and comes back here, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'm thinking maybe the last resort is to see if the office will not give out information for past tenants. They can't and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell them the whole story and see if maybe,
or just give it to them and be like, hey, can you send it to her?
Can you look her up and get the? But so anyway,
I'm just hoping so bad that package is not out there when we are done here with the podcast, because if it is, I'm pretty sure Luke is gonna have a mental breakdown.
I'm
there
thinking,
may not be in episode 15
if we had enough mic cord, I would walk out there and live narrate my journey down the hallway to the door to get to look outside.
Yeah. You know what?
We'll update you next episode for sure.
That would be awesome if we could sit out there and do the podcast and wait for them to arrive and just be like, hey, you made it. Congratulations. You're live on the air now. You're
live on the recording.
Well, we don't edit up this stuff.
That's
so
right. We pretend.
Yeah.
We pretend real good.
If we try to.
So what I would really ask the delivery guys, are you the one who delivered the other thing we ordered in between this package sitting there with return to sender, not at this address, blasted on it?
I wonder. I always wonder if it's the same person, because if it's the same person, they probably just hate us.
Because that also happened.
No, I'm not going to deal with these people. They're always a pain in the butt. Like, they might just not like us. Plain and simple.
Oh, man.
But we've had so many issues. It's insane.
I can't. It's just, it really is. And then just trying to, call customer service and say, hey, send a guy over.
Yeah.
Was my hour lunch break. All day.
Which is awful,
It is awful. But, at least we're trying. Like I said, we didn't just go kick it in the dumpster and get tired of it. We didn't take it and try to figure out if we could have it and, steal it or anything like that. And I don't know, because messing with actual mail is a federal offense.
I would assume it's the same for a package, too.
Is that different for UPS or FedEx or whatever? If anybody,
all I know is we weren't bringing it into the house because, nope, this is not ours.
If anybody knows, let us know, because I'm really done. I'm not looking this up anymore.
No, we're officially done.
I'm not Googling this anymore at all.
And I apologize if UPS is your go-to package place. Congratulations,
and if you work
that's
there,
awesome for you. But we have nothing but problems with them since we moved here.
Serious. The whole time we were in Roswell, thank God we had no issues with UPS or FedEx or even the post office. And since we've been here, the post office has been the most reliable one, and UPS and FedEx have just...
Which is surprising to me, but, you know, I guess that is what it is.
It has been crazy, which brings us early to our topic for next week.
Yeah.
We're going to kick that one out there early.
Since I got fired up last time and, you know, set up that whole chain reaction, we figured, you know what, let's get Luke all fired up here and set up the topic for next week.
I really, really tried to rein it in. I already started cussing early and everything like that. So I tried to back off and you know, smile a little bit about it. But
no, this is the second time reliving these stories today, because when Luke got home from work today, I was sitting on the couch and I was like, oh, how was your day? You know, all that. And he was like, good.
I went from 0 to 100 real quick.
And then he just off about UPS. And I mean, I sat there looking at him and nodding my head, not even getting one word, not even a in at all for a good 25 minutes. He was just gone.
I had to get it because at least Naomi was, you know, has been here throughout this package's journey, at least down our hallway. But
yeah, so
she at least knew, and I could get that out and get it off my chest because, and now we've gone and done it again. And at this point, I have ceased caring.
Okay, well that's good.
I will not put this thing in the dumpster, though. You're going to have to do that if that ever happens. I can't.
No, we're not going to throw it away.
I think that we'll take it up front and try to, you know, just to kind of abandon it there as the last resort. But I'm not driving it across town.
No.
And I'm not tossing it, so we got to figure something out.
Well,
Let's hope they pick it up tonight.
The next step, well, first of all, we'll talk to your mom and see what we have to do if they don't pick this up, because she will have somebody show up at our door at 9:30 tonight to pick that up.
Here's the tracking number, and you know,
help.
You take it from here. Call me when it's gone or something like that.
Next case scenario, if she can't help, which I know she will be able to, is we order another package and we sit outside and wait for them to deliver it. And as soon as they do, we go, "You're taking this with you."
Yeah.
You are taking that. I am not. I will grab this and go throw it in your truck right now.
We are open to
see ya.
To all kinds of suggestions, of course.
Yeah.
And
what else should we do with this?
Legal. I don't know if Luke Ragsdale's jumped back aboard with Luke and Naomi on air, but Luke, if you happen to be on this, let us know not to do that, or you know what we can or can't do, because you know, I don't want to get arrested for, you know, harassing a UPS carrier or anything like that. So I think we've done about what we can.
Harassment is a kind of blanket term there.
Really, well, you know how it's a blanket term. Let's just leave it right there. Anyway, what is your worst customer service story, and how did you handle it?
Yes,
because I told the text that I actually sent Naomi today was, this bleeping thing is going to end up in the dumpster.
Yeah, and
all I could just hear in my head after I sent that text message to Naomi was my dad in the back of my mind going, "Do unto others," because that's how he used to hit me with the golden rule all the time.
And we would hate that. Honestly, if we had a package that was out there that's missing, whatever, I would be so bummed out to, even though you probably won't ever find out, but still to find out that whoever had it threw it away.
Yeah.
Or got rid of it.
That'd be terrible.
Or kept it. Or something. So we want to do the right thing. And like the worst part about this is like I think about it and I go, would all this end if I drive down to 23rd Street? But I don't think it will. I think I'll drive down there, drop off the box, and they'll be like, "No, we can't help you here. You have to drop it off at you have to drop it off at the UPS hub in Raleigh." Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so anyways, got Luke all fired up now, so that's the topic for next week. We want to hear about the worst customer service experience you had, and how did you handle it? You know, did you fly off the handle? Did you yell at some kid who probably didn't deserve it? You know, or was it? I mean, come on.
I'm willing
that stuff happens.
I'm willing to bet we're going to get a lot of answers that exclude the whole "I yelled at somebody who didn't deserve it." More power to you if you include that. So that we can laugh at it.
Yeah, I have gotten snotty with people who have not deserved it before, and I try to apologize after. But sometimes, you know, especially with customer service stuff, it's so infuriating.
Well, my whole thing here is like they weren't even ready to be of service to any of the me as a customer trying to help another customer out. They just had there's nothing in their system for this. But
there's also the lack of care. Like, oh, yeah, that's not my problem.
Yes.
Like, oh, yeah, you got to take it to the other place. Really? You're a UPS store, and I betcha you run trucks between the two UPS stores.
That's the thing.
You
can't tell me they don't because we know that they do.
You can't put this on a truck and take it over there? This is
is
my job?
We had somebody not drop off our package because of that damn signature situation.
Yeah.
And have to bring him back to the stupid hub. Like, we know the trucks move between the stores and the hub. We know that.
But I have to do it.
Insane.
Like, no.
So what is yours? We can probably try to move off of this at some point.
Trying to. We just keep going back. I apologize. This has been a long rant.
Worst customer service story, whether, it was they tried like hell to help you and they still couldn't, or they just never understood what the hell you were talking about, or maybe they were just downright rude. We want to know what it was and how you handle it. And of course, we're not going to just say this once. We'll let you, we'll remind you at the end of the podcast as well.
That's right. And maybe it was as bad as this. I was reading this article about like hills that people have died on. You're like, hey, I'm right and I'm not budging from this.
I'll walk to the Amazon fulfillment center before I have them send me something UPS.
That's right. So this guy, and I can feel his pain as I was reading about this. So he said, Bank of America charged me $2 for a miscellaneous charge in 1997. He said, I called to ask what it was for because there was no reason. Apparently, the lady on the phone said, well, I can't tell you because it's miscellaneous.
Like he doesn't show up. Probably.
Yeah, it probably puts MISC, period. Mm-hmm. There you go. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the charge is, but it's $2. He had asked her to then please reverse the charge, and she refused to do it. So he pulled all 3 accounts he had from them and moved them to a credit union, and ever since, full stop, refused to do a dang thing with that company. Like, he is just done with Bank of America because a $2 charge in 1997.
Wow.
Yeah. But I get it. You finally get to, the straw that broke the camel's back with a lot of these companies.
I wish it was possible to pull my business from every single mail and package deliverer that exists.
You just have to go old school and start shopping in stores again.
Where'd DHL go?
Oh, I have no idea.
Pony Express? Something else.
I can't help you.
I love that story. That's great. Just that hill to die. You can include that in your answer.
Yeah,
if you want
absolutely.
to as well. Bad customer service. So now I go across town because I'm not going to that one.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I understand being in that situation. Yes. I really do. And again, I've been that way with, now that we're on a podcast, I feel comfortable saying this because couldn't ever say it on air, McDonald's. I'm so done with McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's in quite a few years. And it's all because, you go through the drive-thru, they mess up your order, you tell them they messed it up, and they don't care. And, half the time they mess it up again from there or make you wait 50 minutes or whatever. And it was always such a hassle. And it finally got to the point where after, 10 out of 10 times of using the drive-thru, every single time they messed up my order, whether they forgot. And I don't order overly complicated things.
And this was not like we were going once a week. This was once a month, maybe.
Yeah, this is over a long period of time. Every time I used the drive-thru, every single time it was messed up. And the final nail in the coffin was when I ordered one item and they messed it up. I ordered one thing and it was wrong. I'm like, you guys are doing this on purpose at this point.
Right, hey, it's Naomi. Dump it on the floor or something.
Yeah.
Switch it out. Give her that other person's.
Something. They must have recognized my voice and they're like, let's mess with this girl because we just want to make her mad.
So
and I
no
always
more
was
McD's.
like, I was always so nice when I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. And, I learned my lesson. Check your food at the drive-thru. Don't pull away.
Oh, yeah.
I would look in the bag and go, oh, you forgot my McNuggets and my sauce. And then it was always just like, okay, hang on a second. And then they're gone forever. They come back. Yeah, you need to pull around over there. Like, you're the one who messed up. Like, they should be ready somewhere in there.
Did you give them away to somebody else or did you eat them?
Right.
Or did you just straight up forget to make them?
Yeah, it's, so that's my big one. Like, I won't. No matter how bad, every once in a while I go, you know what? Those fries would be real good right now. Nope, won't do it. I cannot give them another penny because they're just terrible. They're just terrible.
Free McDonald's, maybe.
Yeah, but somebody else has to go
That's
get
right.
it for
Not
me.
Yeah.
You know, because I won't even do that. You could give me a $100 gift card to McDonald's, and I'm not using it. Somebody else has to use it for me, because no.
Shout out to the spaceship, the world famous spaceship McDonald's in Roswell. I had to go back there 3 times one time for 2 breakfast sandwiches. That was a lot of fun. I like that spaceship, you know, world famous. I've been there 11 times in one trip.
Yeah. I'm really excited to hear everyone else's stories because, I mean, you know, it's so frustrating at the time, but when you look back, you can laugh at it and be like, you know what? This is how crazy that bad customer service or that bad experience made me.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really excited to hear your stories about it. Of course, comments like always on our Facebook page, on YouTube, everywhere. You know, just let us know because I can't wait to hear those stories next week.
You know what I'd really like to do, and there's no promising if I can do this, but to have Filthy Kyle actually make an appearance on the show. I've talked about him through our morning show, and I've mentioned him on the podcast a couple times. He has an epic story of just losing it at the drive-thru at Taco Bell. I've mentioned it. I'm wondering if I could get him to, you know, to record telling the story.
Yes,
and
please.
He likes attention, so I can't promise anything. I'm not promising that this is going to happen next week.
I am laughing so hard because I know this story and it is definitely worth it.
But I'll see if I can get him to do it, and then, you know, we can splice it into the pod or something like that.
Yes,
I would love to, in his own words, with, you know, I'd have to bleep it all out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I wouldn't have to because podcast, but we just do because, you know, we're, you know, family friendly.
We try not to drop too many F-bombs over here,
We
you know?
still want you to be able to listen in the car with the kids, at least, you know.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear your customer service stories and how you handled them.
That's the important part. I want to know how you handle them.
Something tells me we might get some overly embellished, real nicely handled situations.
I don't want to hear the nice stories, though.
Yeah,
I want to
no.
hear the bad ones where
That's
you're
right.
like, I was
Dirty
a little
laundry.
embarrassed when I left because I, you know, shouldn't have acted the fool.
That's right.
I want to hear about that.
Airing out that dirty laundry.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for. I think we can get some. You know, I know our audience. We can get some
Yeah.
good stuff.
Come on.
I know. Snowman's real nice, and he can take a ribbon real good. But I bet you there's been a time or two where he just wanted to, you know,
When he was done.
read somebody the riot act. You know,
When he was done with somebody's crap and it was like, you know what? Here we go.
we have plenty of listeners, old and new, that I'm sure, in their own way, would dish out some humility. I'm going to put it that way. How about
That's
that?
a good way to put it, yeah.
All right. So enough of us complaining a little. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, how long did we spend like a half hour just complaining?
I don't know.
Apologize.
I don't know if it's going to stop here or not, but another thing that has happened to us recently, and this isn't bad or anything like that, we saw the Buzz Lightyear movie. We haven't reviewed that yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
yeah.
what did you really, you know, the Buzz Lightyear new one, you know, with, it's like the story of the actual character that
That's
the toy
right,
is
yeah.
based off of in the movie about the toys, and now I'm cross-eyed.
Yeah. You know, it was a cutesy little movie, whatever. The cat's the best part, the cat robot that's in there.
The robot
meow,
cat.
meow, 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 you know.
Disney's
yeah.
like, you know what everybody likes from Star Wars? The droids. Let's make a cat droid.
Yeah,
Because
that's basically what they did, which was a very smart move on their part because, you know, we're all obsessed with cats in one way or another.
I never looked up who the voice for the cat was, but it didn't seem to be anybody that I recognized. You know, like it wasn't Jeff Goldblum or
Right.
something
right.
like Aquafina or something like that. Not that I would recognize Aquafina, but I know who she is now from the Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that was a crazy one. Buzz Lightyear, really interesting. I didn't really, as I'm thinking about the movie afterwards, I don't think I liked it.
No, I wouldn't watch it again. It was a cutesy movie and it was enough.
He literally blasts through like people's entire lifetimes. Like he burns through 40 years of time and leaves everybody behind and becomes this character out of time. I hope I didn't spoil that for anybody, but I mean, you'll have to see it for the actual details.
Yeah.
But it is really weird and sort of somber if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it ended up well, of course. It's a Disney movie and all of that stuff. I would have to say my favorite part of the whole thing is in the last 20 minutes, Naomi's like, is that Chris Evans? Yeah, Captain America is the voice of the Buzz Lightyear in the movie. And there's been this whole like thing about him being the voice versus Tim Allen and stuff like that.
You know I don't pay attention to all that stuff.
Wait
like,
a minute.
I live under a rock, but like he said something and I was like, wait a minute. I know that voice.
I think he dropped something about I could do this all day, or there was a line that Captain America had used. I'm sure Brando could help me out, but there's a line that Captain America used in his movies somewhere.
And that's probably how the two were connected for me. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that Chris Evans?
I know that voice. Oh, I can't believe it. Because there was this whole thing, like, how come Tim Allen wasn't the voice? Well, because Tim Allen's the voice of the toy, and Chris Evans is the voice. But we talked about this. It was like one of the last entertainment newses we did on our show.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't pay attention.
We were still live in
one
Roswell.
ear and out the other, you know?
I remember talking about this way back then, but
Wow,
it was a whole
okay.
thing when the movie came out and stuff like that. I was so super surprised that you hadn't seen that at all.
No. I had no idea.
Super fun.
It was a cutesy movie, whatever, but like nothing special, and not like cutesy like I don't know, some of the other movies where like the Disney movies where I'd watch it again, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
it was a nice movie for the night. That's it.
So
I give it like a C- rating.
A C-. Probably
a D+, because a C- I would probably watch again.
It just made me
D+ I won't.
It just made me want to watch Toy Story.
I was okay with that. Yeah, it made me want to watch Toy Story again too. So like I was kind of focused on that, and thinking about other Disney movies and Pixar movies and all that stuff that I like. But that was, definitely not a keeper.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, that's the Buzz Lightyear movie. I don't know if everybody else liked it or not. It did okay at the box office and whatnot. I had another story here I was looking for, because what we're gonna do is bring back one of my favorite things I kind of miss, is the entertainment news section from all of our stuff. So
the part that I miss the most about entertainment news is you just effing up everybody's name. Like that was the funniest part of that, and would catch me off guard sometimes so bad to the point where I was just like, what the heck did you just say?
Kanye West.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and Kim Kardashian.
And they're not around anymore, so like you can't put those two together.
Thank God, it's the end of an era, you know.
Yeah.
So for our first entertainment news story, also the end of an era. The CW whole thing is it's just exploded. Warner Brothers is falling apart. They're crumbling right down to nothing. It's so much fun to watch, except for the fact that they're ruining a lot of my favorite superheroes and stuff like that. But they went in the last year, have just gone through and axed all of the shows that were killing it for them. They had like The Flash and Supergirl and Green Arrow and something else.
They've got all this stuff, but I feel like the CW has not been relevant for like 10 years.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, like where people were like, hey, I watched that. Oh, what's that on CW? You know, where it's, the name CW. Now it's like, what the heck is that? We've all forgotten about it.
Weren't we talking about this recently? Didn't they have like the Dawson's Creek and stuff like that, or did they show the reruns or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay, I know. I'm asking the wrong person for the TV.
Yeah, you are.
But they had, a solid run, and now with everything going on with Warner Brothers, and they've just axed the Batgirl movie completely.
Wow, did not know that.
Well, rumor has it that thing tested so bad with audiences that they just decided to blow the whole thing up and say never mind.
Yikes.
A lot of people are upset. They're like, you made a whole movie, people worked on this, put the work out there, do that. But
that's a big kick in the gut,
that is
I'm
big.
gonna be in this movie, it's gonna be a big deal. Actually, they decided to just cancel the movie. Can you imagine? That's your first big movie and all that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the big screen, this is my big break, all that. And what do you mean you're not gonna send it out to theaters?
Yeah, now there's just photos of a girl in a purple suit.
Yeah,
which
wow,
is,
all right.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
But so the whole Warner Brothers thing has changed hands and a bunch of crazy corporate, mess and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the axe has fallen on a ton of CW shows, and then they've pulled a bunch of stuff from the HBO Max too. They pulled a bunch of like, what's it called? When you make
when you make his hands are going in circles. I don't know what that means. A wheelbarrow?
Exclusives. Oh my God.
How the heck was I gonna get exclusives out of that?
You've done better with worse. I promise you. I know you have. So I had the faith in you there. I thought I could telepathically shoot it to you. That was just a complete stutter, I guess. I don't know. I had a stroke there for a second. Anyway, the HBO Max exclusives, they pulled a bunch of those, which was really weird. Like the pickle movie we watched with Seth Rogen. They made that.
Oh my gosh.
And then they pulled that off too because money?
Pickle movie? Are you talking about Sausage Party?
No.
Oh my god.
No, pervert.
I promise. No. I promise that was not like a... Oh my gosh.
It's called An American Pickle, where Seth Rogen plays both an old guy from some country and then himself. He plays himself and his ancestor, the dude who pickled himself. And this has gone completely off the rails. There's your entertainment news. I told you I wanted to bring it back, and there's a reason why I wanted to bring it back, and here it is.
The guy who pickled himself.
He pickled himself. That's how the movie went.
After talking about Sausage Party.
He didn't sausage himself. That'd be gross. Oh, I've gone and done it. The headphones are off.
I'm freaking done. I told you we ain't making it to 15.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
All right, moving right along. I have no idea where to go from that. Giancarlo Esposito is an amazing actor. He's been the villain in a ton of stuff, most notably probably Breaking Bad. He played the chicken guy.
Okay, yeah.
Not the Sausage King.
Stop. I'm over it. I'm done. I've moved on.
Breaking Bad, he's in some Better Call Saul episodes. He's in The Boys. He's in Mandalorian. He was in a really bad TV show where he was the best part of it called Revolution on NBC way back in the day where all the electricity in the world disappeared, which was...
Oh, I remember that show. Did me and you watch that, or was that before me and you?
I've told you about it. I don't know if you've watched it at all, but I can't even find it because it was bad and they never finished it or anything like that. But Giancarlo Esposito is the whole point. He's an amazing, amazing villain. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. And
rumor has it he has met with Marvel Studios.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I mean, all the good actors are pretty much doing that now. So,
I am here for that. I want him to be like the superest super villain.
Yeah.
Because he's like the only person who could do it.
One of the things, though, is that he might not be playing a villain.
Nope, not here for that. Nope.
There are, well, they're not rumors anymore. He's confirmed it that he says if he had his pick, he would like to play Professor X in the X-Men remake, which we all know is coming from Disney at some point.
That's awesome and all that, but no, I want to see him as like the next Thanos. Like, I want to see him as the one that's just gonna wipe out everybody. Because he would do it so good. Yeah. He's got to be a good guy in something else, you know?
He says, we don't have a ton more information on what's going to happen or what's going on and stuff, but he has revealed some stuff. He was on a panel recently where he said he had a meeting with Marvel about doing a character in a television series.
Okay.
So I don't know if this means a Disney Plus series, one of the Netflix shows, or like the ABC series that were also bad.
Yeah.
He says, out of that meeting, which was wonderful, I had some interest in doing something with them, which they've since done. I think it was Loki at the time. Okay, so that says Disney Plus. He says, and someone else has done Loki. That's great. In television, and I'd like to be invited to the table to do something in film because I have a big persona, and I've been in the television world for a while. And I've still got some movies each year. Assuming it was Loki, what role was he possibly offered? Well, who the hell knows? But the big speculation would be probably the guy who ended up being the villain at the end.
The big bad boss,
yeah,
basically.
King the Conqueror at the end there.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. So there's nothing but speculation on what he could end up being. And as much as I would love to see him play Professor X, and be a good guy and all that stuff, I think I would prefer to see him be some sort of awesome villain.
Again, he can be the worst villain, the biggest super villain of all time. And then he can go do his good guy stuff somewhere else. Just, give me this.
Do the good guy stuff on TV and then be the bad guy. I would really like to see him be the big bad in a Marvel movie. That'd be awesome. And if you don't know Giancarlo Esposito, go check out something he's done because it's worth watching.
Yeah.
I mean, like 90% of the stuff he's done is definitely worth watching. All right, and finally for entertainment news, just because we had to cheese it up a little bit, Bennifer, one of them, is back in action, and they done got married.
Okay.
The best Bennifer ever, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, of course. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just drawing a blank over here.
You don't know the Bennifers?
Yes, I do. Yes.
All right, Batman and J-Lo have tied the knot in Vegas. I only wanted to bring it up because there was news the other day that he is literally going to show up as Batman in Aquaman 2. So we still got the multiple Batman things going on, and we get some more Batfleck in our lives.
Okay. All right.
So now I have a reason to see Aquaman 2, and you do because of Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anything he's in, I'll go watch. I don't even care. It could be a documentary where he's just, like, standing there in the background. I'll watch it. It could be 12 hours long, too, and about bicycles.
He's just standing in the background. Oh, my goodness. So you want to watch C on Apple Plus, then?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it seems like kind of a weird thing, but I don't care. He's in it. And he's in, like, fighting scenes, so...
There you go.
I'm down.
You get to see him be Khal Drogo all over.
Yes, absolutely.
If anybody has seen the movie C, or the television series C on Apple Plus, let us know. I'm wondering how the hell that is, because do I get into it or not?
I say we risk it. I mean, what's the worst thing? We waste 12 hours watching this?
Well, before that, I want to watch the one with Adam Scott from Parks and Rec, who's in... It's that one about work, and I think it's called Severance.
Yeah, it's weird.
It looks really weird. Yeah, that's directed by Ben Stiller, which is also
that's weird
interesting too, right? All right, so that's your entertainment news for this week. Your return of entertainment news. I promise I'll try to make it better next year.
Way off track.
I did say next year because that's probably how long you're going to have to wait for it to get better.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of next year is here. It's time for football season.
Oh my gosh.
Bum 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 bum.
I know it's like radio, this is a podcast, you can't see, but I feel like you can hear my head shaking. Like, right. You gotta know that I'm just... My eyes aren't rolling right now, but...
Oh, man. Training camp has started. Week 1 of preseason's in the books for the most part. The NFL Plus thing that I got all excited about earlier this year, we talked about it on this podcast.
Oh, did they raise the price already?
No, it's disappointing. It's not exactly... They want like $30 for the year, maybe $50 for the year, and you only get your local broadcast games.
Oh, okay, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I don't believe it includes like the Monday Night Football game that's on ESPN.
Of course it doesn't. The
Thursday night games on the NFL Network and all that stuff, so it just didn't seem... I could be wrong on a couple of those details, but I just know, reading over what it actually offered, it was disappointing to me.
Not surprised.
But, you know, there's always the Sunday ticket I can get.
That is true, yeah.
How much do you love that?
I don't at all. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're at 0. We haven't even touched the scale.
All right. I promise we'll get away from football after this one. This is an old story. It's from back in May. But, you know, you've heard me talking fantasy football with the guys. You know, over the years.
Too much.
Had to hear all about my stupid fantasy football teams that nobody cares about except for the person who is, you know, running the fantasy football team.
That's right.
All of that stuff. But, the fighting, the arguing, you know, and everything that comes along with fantasy football.
Yeah.
Well, that fighting spilled over onto the field.
Oh, perfect.
Earlier this year. And not the football field. The baseball diamond. Yeah.
What?
2 MLB players got into a fight on the field over fantasy football.
Of course they did.
So this is great.
We are so psycho as a society. Like,
this is great.
Things are just not adding up anymore. Nothing makes sense.
It was Tommy Pham from the Cincinnati Reds and San Francisco Giants' Jock Peterson. So, first of all, 2 players from teams across the country.
Yeah.
You know, so they've probably been texting back and forth for weeks, just pissed at each other.
Of course.
And now they finally got to see each other. According to Peterson, Pham hit him in the face during batting practice before the game, all because they'd had words about Pham's accusation that Peterson broke the rules of their fantasy football league.
Oh.
And if you would like, I can read the whole argument and what it was over.
No, I do not want to know because I'm sure it's a bunch of garbage.
You don't know if you want to talk about the IR position and bench players, and you know, so yeah, bench players and injured reserve in fantasy football is literally what these 2 professional baseball players were arguing over and came to blows over.
It's ridiculous.
Isn't that fantastic?
It's something. I don't think I'd call it fantastic.
Boy, the age we live in.
We are just crumbling. I really don't think my eyes can roll anymore. I am just done over here.
I love that story. I've been sitting on that for a while. I've kept forgetting to bring that up. And
It's awful.
You reacted exactly how I thought you were going to.
Yeah, because I don't care, and it's stupid. And we've gotten to that point in society again where, we're just idiots. I mean, we've been idiots forever, but it's just getting worse.
Oh, speaking of idiots, we haven't done This Week in Science yet.
Okay.
But really quickly, here's what happened this week in science in a little segment we like to call This Week in Science. Google about to stop answering stupid questions.
Aw, come on, Google. What kind of stupid questions are you going to stop answering? Because I'm pretty sure that most of my questions I ask Google are pretty stupid.
Basically, it isn't as exciting as the headline makes it sound because it's going to start kind of collaborating with the rest of different information and questions answered. It's an alteration of the AI. So if you ask it a really dumb question, it's going to look for the answers in the correct places as opposed to, if you ask it how many pancakes does it take to get to the moon, it's going to know that you're full of crap and just kind of be like, none.
Okay.
Instead of trying to go 24.
Which is kind of a bummer. And that is not the questions that I would ask Google. I just meant, I Google everything.
Well, just because you think your question's stupid, Google probably doesn't.
Okay, so I feel a little bit smarter about that. That's the first time during This Week in Science that I actually felt smarter. Look at that.
Oh, we've got quantum simulation happening with the fifth state of matter. I'm sure everybody wants to hear me read all about that. We found out why thinking too hard makes you tired.
Really?
That's a new development.
That's interesting because I always notice this when I start a new job. When you start a new job and you've got a lot of moving parts to that new job, and maybe it's something, above what your skill level has been, and you're learning all this new stuff, I'm always so burnt out in that first week of work, just trying to learn everything, to the point where I'm like, am I getting sick? I can't keep my eyes open. I feel like I'm not processing anything. The fact that there's actually a scientific reason behind that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and so again, just because it, for the sake of time and me reading a bunch of science words, it has to do with amino acids and things like that.
Okay.
If you really want the article, I can send it to you if you'd like to read that.
This is actually the first time that I think I'm going to say, yeah, I do want to take my personal time and read a little bit about that.
And that goes for everybody, too. I can hook you up with that information from This Week in Science. So let's see what else we got here. Giant stone reliefs show some ancient Olmec leaders in trance-like states, roaring like jaguars. Some cool history, archaeology story there.
Okay.
And
sure.
Let's see here. What's healthier, hot showers or cold ones?
I think it depends on what you did before that shower and what you're going to do after.
This is one of those stories, too, where it's a little bit recycled before and after, because that really is the combination. It's how you do it. If you do, the cold first and then the hot, it's better for certain situations. If you do hot first and then cold, it's better. So there is no real definitive answer still.
So I'm going to just take the shower with what I feel like I need. Hey, you know what? I need a cold shower because I'm burning up right now. Or, hey, I need a hot shower because I'm going to be all warm and cozy.
That's right.
There you go.
Yes,
problem solved.
That's right. Just go with your gut and you'll be fine. That's This Week in Science.
That's terrible This Week in Science.
It was a great, terrible dismount for This Week in Science, too,
Yeah.
because that is absolutely not how science works at all.
No.
Anyway.
Just go with your gut.
So
Okay.
last week we got Naomi all kinds of riled up.
Yeah, you did.
Because we were talking about the old hanging out at the beach.
I do not want to relive this. Just hearing you say that, I'm already getting upset over here.
All right, so you can pop the headphones off for a second if you want to while I
please.
recap. If for some reason you didn't catch last week's episode, you jumped in. We were at the beach. We do full beach days. We were hanging out for a while as the beach filled up around us. A couple of folks over. Somebody had set up and left space between them and their neighbor. And inevitably, at some point in the day, a group of about 8 people, what looked like a family, showed up, dropped their stuff right in the middle of that, that space, that
It
personal
wasn't a space.
space.
There was no space for them to drop that stuff.
And, just proceeded to hang out there.
Sorry, I put the headphones back on.
And they were stepping over the people that they had sidled up next to and all that stuff.
They were kicking a soccer ball around. The ball hit a dog, and the kid was looking at the dog's owner like
it was the
what?
dog's fault.
Yeah. They were just awful.
So we wanted to know your public etiquette pet peeves, and we've got quite a few answers here. Some good ones. Some old names popping up in the old Facebook list that we'll get to.
All right.
Let me see. Should we do newest to oldest? Yeah, let's do it that way. And we'll start from the beginning here. I have my cousin Josh popped up on the Facebook page. Said, people breathing in my space. It's like, why are you alive in my vicinity? Can't I just have the world to myself?
All I think about is like when you're standing in line at the grocery store and the person behind you is standing so close to you, where I'm like, are you going to hit me with your cart? Like, back off. I can feel you breathing. Like, go away.
Yeah, if I can feel your breath on me at all, you're too close.
Well,
You're
and
far
like,
too close.
Look, nobody's going to cut in front of, like, in between us. Nobody's going to go in between. There's no room. And even if there was, nobody's going to do that. We all know you're in line.
This doesn't really go along with that, but it makes me think of when you like are in line and it's one of these like bottlenecks where the line starts and people are and there's somebody there that's like worried you're going to get in front of them even though there's 4,000 people in front of us either way.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. You don't have to be so twitchy. I promise.
Yeah.
It's okay. Dan the Man.
Hey!
Dan the Man Taylor says, folks blowing their noses in a restaurant. I know my mother would agree with that. My mom says, you know, the blowing the nose at the dinner table anywhere near somebody eating is terrible, which has rubbed off on me. I think so, too.
Yeah. She will legit, like, start a fight over that. You just don't blow your nose in her house, like, while somebody's eating. You just can't. Go to the bathroom or something.
She's done the whole, heavy sigh when people at a restaurant do it next to her, so she doesn't actually, but, I've been with people who've been like, don't you dare say anything. Nope. So good one, Dan the Man. I like that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Orlando, good to hear from you, Orlando. He said same thing happened to them a few weeks ago. They were in Panama City Beach. Him and his boys would get up at 6:30 and go down to the beach and set up right up front. Now, we used to do something similar when we've gone to the beach on vacations and stuff, where we would go down from the beach house, put our stuff where we want it, come back up, make the coffee, kind of hang out, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then go back down.
Yeah.
So that's basically what they did. He said they'd go back up to the condo, have their coffee, get stuff ready for the day, and then head back down. He says one day when they came out, a whole family had set up right in front of them.
Yeah. That is unacceptable. If I got my butt up at 6:30 to set up, that's my spot.
It's called dibs, people.
That's my spot. That's my whole thing, too, when we go to the beach, is, I got here at 8:30 in the morning. I picked beachfront property, oceanfront property
Stake my
right
claim.
there because I was here first. You're showing up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You get back row. I'm sorry. You could have been here earlier if you wanted to be. Or, believe it or not, you can go a little bit further down the beach, maybe about 200 feet, and be right there, right in front.
That's right.
You don't have to go that far.
If you don't want to walk that far, don't have a cooler that's 700 pounds that doesn't move through the sand with a bunch of stuff you just don't need at the beach. That helps too.
There's so many solutions.
All right, moving off of that one because I probably shouldn't have even brought it up. Thank you, Orlando. Snowman says people who are rude to restaurant workers. That's just a down and dirty one I think we can all agree with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you see it happening, you hear somebody getting a little... yelly and all that. And you're just like, what is going on over there? Oh, that poor girl, that poor guy, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. My mom, who has been camping a whole ton this year, says people walking through your campsite while you're sitting right there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I wouldn't like that.
Especially the way that their specific campsite set up. And I know nobody knows this, but like that would take a lot for people to walk through it when you're sitting right there.
Yeah.
I would probably say something.
Well, anywhere where you're camping, there's no reason. The way campsites are set up, you got your little, stake of land. There's no reason to cut across somebody's campsite.
Yeah.
There's pathways to get where you need to go. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to... All right. Then Mom says, of course, your basic manners, too. Chewing your food with your mouth open, smacking your gum, using the wrong two or two in communication.
Yeah.
And, passing gas in your direct vicinity, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a whole damn list from Brando.
Okay.
Let's see. He says he's going to do his top 3. When you're talking to someone, they aren't actually listening. And not like a little kid or something like that, but like a coworker, and they're looking right at you, and then 3 minutes later, they're like, hey, what did you say?
Ooh, yeah.
That's a rough one, right?
Yep.
I've had, in my job now, I've got like 6 different things going on at once, so I've had people coming up to me and asking me questions. I'm like, You're going to have to give me 1 second so I can focus on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the way to handle that situation, because otherwise you just kind of stare at them glazed over and then realize 2 minutes later that you did not hear anything they said.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Then Brando says when you have those friends you invite and they say they'll show up for sure, so you plan for that, and then they ditch you again for like the 5th time in a row.
Oh, yes.
He said, just tell me you don't want to come. Don't say it.
Is it really, like, come on. We're adults now. Like, it's okay to be like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make that. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun to me. Why waste everybody's time and energy being like, no, I'll be there for you. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, man, keep your word or just tell the truth.
Oh, yeah, remember, something came up.
I don't remember what age group Brando's in exactly, but I know, in my mid to late 20s, that stuff was going on, and everybody was starting to realize, stop being such a flake. Grow the hell up a little bit,
Well, again, how, just be honest about it. Like, yeah, I don't want to go out to the bar tonight to drink. I don't want to spend that money. Like, it's so much easier to say that than, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, no, I'll see you at 7.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Some good ones.
What else? He says, okay, I'll do a holiday-themed one. We go to a white elephant with a $20 limit, and somebody shows up with a half a bottle of booze that's like bottom shelf, but like from their house. Here,
yeah.
This is about $20 worth.
Here's some Burnett's for you.
He says,
enjoy.
At least include a shot glass or something with it.
Even that, I don't want it if it's already been opened. Like, it's probably water in there. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that's so tacky. For real. The gift's $20. If you can't afford to participate, then don't participate. Is it really that difficult?
Yeah, it's not that hard. And then do like we did one year. We had 3 white elephants. We bought one gift, just kept winning it back and using it for the others.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
They were gift cards. Anybody would have been happy to have them,
How about
including
a gas card
us.
this year? That'll be a good one. Yeah. So Brando says, I know I said only 3, but this last one really grinds his gears. He says, when you're out eating at a good Mexican restaurant, you look over to see someone putting ranch on a perfectly good taco.
Brandon, I don't even want to hear about it.
He says, who does that? Sinful stuff right there. To which Todd replied, he says, Todd replied and said, the worst part is they're completely oblivious to how it affects every other human being in their surroundings. Children scream, women curse, grown men cry, yet they continue to enjoy the damn ranch-covered tacos. A travesty.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
He says, at least in the great country of northern Mexico, get some green chili ranch, gets off soapbox. I think he meant to say New Mexico. Anyway, speaking of green chili, Todd and all of our New Mexico listeners, there's a grocery store locally here who's trying to educate people on green chili. They're doing some green chili roasting.
Yeah, Hatch green chili roasting. This is not like
not
Colorado green chili. No, Hatch green chilies have been brought here, and they are doing green chili roasting. Yeah. I saw that, and I'm like, no frickin' way. Like, what?
So we've got a Sunday fun day coming up with some Hatch green chilies in our future, for sure.
We get our green chili fix. This is unbelievable.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We got a couple more answers. We're talking about your pet peeves.
I'm so fired up right now. I'm so mad. Like, I'm not even going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm so mad.
Public etiquette pet peeves. Let's see here. Snowman says, again, being rude to any food server. Everyone makes mistakes in their job. They don't need you badgering them when they do. Side note, employees can't return your negative energy. He says, but I will when I see it.
Nice.
So that is perfect, Snowman, for next week when we asked, the customer service story and how you handled it, because I know Snowman will have a good one for us for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Patty says, anyone blowing nose in a restaurant too. That seems to be a big one. Here's another big one. J9 and Wesley both say speakerphones in public.
Oh my gosh, for real.
In public.
Oh, can I know we're kind of getting past, not really, but people talking on the phone on speakerphone and all that, but now everybody is listening to like TikTok videos with their volume up and all this, and like they're just quick clips and it just sounds like something like stroking out or just flipping the TV channels or radio surfing. It's so annoying.
It is. It is. Remember, you used to get hollered at, by your parents if you were just channel surfing. Just pick one. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. So that's what the TikTok sounds like out in public.
Oh my goodness, I have so many people I work with who do that, and I'm just like, put earbuds in or something. I cannot stand this. I'm Oh,
That surprises me. Headphones seems to be a thing nowadays. I can't believe the people who are still doing that.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Nope. Mad again.
And Dorsey, good to see Dorsey back.
Hey,
Haven't heard from Dorsey in a
Dorsey.
minute. He says people that get in the express lane at a grocery store with more than 15 items.
Yeah.
And now that's starting to become a thing with the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Where everybody's doing like their monthly grocery shopping and going to self-checkout.
Oh my goodness. So one of our grocery stores out here, Lowe's, they've got like one regular register, maybe two, and then 4 self-checkouts. And their self-checkout area is tiny. Like you can have
There's just like 4 registers, isn't there?
Yeah, but I mean like tiny, like you have no room to put stuff either. So you can only have like a small basket of goods with you.
As you should with the self-checkout.
Yeah. And we
Every
were
time.
standing there, and I will never forget this. The last time we were there, this lady has a cart full, and she's with a woman who's got a basket overflowing. So they don't have 2 cartfuls, but basically they're getting there. And they have no room to put the groceries. The machine's yelling at them because they're taking things off the bagged area, which you can't do because, the weight whatever thing on there.
Yes.
And the lights flashing, the lady's coming over trying to like help them balance things on this. And I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? Just go to the checkout line. And at this point, the checkout line has nobody in it.
Yeah, that's becoming a weird situation now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not happening everywhere because the Walmarts are all still clogged up. But the couple of grocery stores we go to, we've seen that happen a ton of times.
Yeah, there is nobody in line right now.
There you go.
What are you doing?
Good one from Dorsey. I like that.
Yeah. Struck another chord
Nerve.
there.
Yeah,
Nerve.
cord, whatever.
Nerve.
Both?
I'm having a hard time.
Nerve cord. Nerve cord. That's how that
Yeah.
works. All right, some good ones
Yeah.
from this week. Thank you to everybody who took the time to jump over to the Facebook page or YouTube page and comment.
Yeah.
Definitely love that.
Oh, speaking of comments, too, shout out to Paul. Mr. Paul left us a comment
Professor
on
Paul.
Our YouTube channel. He was talking about Stray because we were talking about the video game
Yes.
Stray with the cat and all that. And by the way, we still have not played that, and I'm dying.
Working on it.
But yeah, so he had a comment about that.
Yeah, so he said that, he can't get off the lower levels, which means it should be a good challenge.
Yeah.
And then Brian from England sent us this. This really has nothing to do with anything except for us and how much we're scared of tech.
Wait, he also said something about like there's a dedicated meow button.
Yes, that I think was your favorite part. How did we forget that?
It was my favorite part. I thought you were pulling it up. That's why. I was giving you a little break because I thought you were pulling that up on your screen.
Naomi's not going to get off the first level either, Paul, because she's just going to keep hitting the damn meow button.
Meow, meow, meow,
Shouldn't
meow,
have told
meow.
us that.
I want to know like what it sounds like too. Meow, 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 meow. Can you customize it? Meow, meow, meow.
I hope so. I really, really hope so.
That would be awful.
That's a digital hat for your digital dolphin. It's the
It
different
is.
kinds of meows.
Can we please spend $5 on this? I just want a couple of different meows.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show you the picture. I'm going to scroll to a picture for you, and you
Okay.
can react the way you want. This is from Brian from England. This is in response to, I believe, last episode and the episode before that. We were talking about how terrified of technology we are. Amazon went ahead and bought Roomba, iRobot, the makers of the Roomba.
iRobot, yeah.
We were talking about.
There's a whole movie based on that stuff.
We were talking about that, and this is the link Brian sent us.
Okay. Nope. Done. I'm out of here. Close that window on your computer right now.
So Brian sent us a link to something called Cyber One.
Nope. I am going to
A,
have a heart attack.
A
This is not
humanoid
cool.
robot that walks like a person and can recognize 45 different emotions.
It has a red dot on it like they did in iRobot.
Oh no, it's holding a flower. It's holding. I thought so too.
Oh my goodness. I don't care.
But
no.
apparently now.
I'm not even kidding. Like, feel my palms.
Oh my God, she's not kidding.
I'm
Wow.
sweating
That's crazy.
over here. I
So,
don't like this.
It is a 5'9" bot, so it's taller than you already.
Oh, perfect.
I know you don't like that.
No.
Arms and legs can walk like a real human. It has AI technology, detect 45 different human emotions. And this unveiling comes 1 month
Is
before.
Terrified one of them?
Listen to this. Hold on with your terrifiedness. This comes 1 month before the launch of Tesla's humanoid robot called Optimus.
Nope.
I love this. I'm
No.
going to sit here and let you react for a few more minutes.
I'm gonna throw up.
AI
like,
at
this
its
is
core,
awful.
full-size humanoid frame in his vessel. This is an exploration of possibilities of future technological ecosystems and a new breakthrough for the company who made it. Let's see here. 114 pounds, so you could kick it if you needed to. I think, just knock it on its ass. It was seen shuffling on stage during the event, albeit with slightly less fluid motion than a real human, of course. So this is nightmare fuel. That's basically what it's come down to. Thank you, Brian, for that. I have to sit up with her all night now while she can't sleep because she's worried about the robots coming to take over.
Yeah. I need a drink because... No.
I love it.
Just no.
I love it.
You know other robots that shuffled a little bit?
All of them.
The robots in iRobot, the movie when they all take over for our own frickin' good.
That's why
I am so done.
That's why I stopped where I did. Oh, man. All right. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention.
I'm never going to make it to 50. It ain't going to happen. Robots are, no, just.
Way back up situation here. If you look at the picture where we said we're recording episode 14 tonight, what are your public etiquette pet peeves on our Facebook page? I'm also going to make this picture the cover photo for our current episode 14.
Yeah.
It is a picture of us at the beach last week.
Yeah.
And you can see the space where people set up, and you can see other empty space around them. I'm going to put an arrow pointing to the space where these people set up that just set Naomi right off.
Okay.
So first of all, you can see how small of a space they set up in. And second off, you can see how far away from us they were, where it shouldn't have bothered her at all.
I don't want to talk about it.
So that'll be the cover of episode 14.
Well, hang on. Is the picture a good picture to really show that? Like, can you see how close they are to everybody else? Can you see them walking over that girl's legs? Like, is it a good representation?
Well, the family hasn't shown up yet. So what you're going to see, you're going to see the open space that I'm going to point an arrow to the space where the people set up, and you can see how small that is. And then you can see around them just plenty of damn space. That's the whole point. So we are going to validate Naomi's craziness a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And also poke fun at the other craziness.
That's right.
side.
So I wanted to get that out there.
Thank you for distracting me from the robots. I appreciate that.
We could just every week just get fired up about the damn robots, I think.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to think about it. Like, that's one of those, like when we get into the whole ghost talk where I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want a definite answer of yes or no. I just want to live in this. Just everything's fuzzy and fine. It's cool. Don't give me any answers to it.
I have some sad news for you.
What?
It looks like these robots are coming sooner rather than
later.
Dude,
I know. That's so messed up. I just can't. I can't even think straight. No thought of the day today.
No thought of the day today.
I didn't get one. Also distracted by robots and all that. I need to stop and contemplate my life right now.
All right, so everybody else can harass Naomi about slacking a little bit too.
You can, if you want to. I don't mind.
What do you
can
think?
handle it.
You got like a whole day job or something like that?
Something like that.
What are your worst customer service nightmare stories, and how did you handle it? That is the important part. How did you handle said customer service disaster, experience, whatever? We want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know. It's a small podcast yet. Not everybody's hearing this, so
yeah,
you can let loose a little bit if you need to.
You, if it's really bad, you can stay anonymous if you'd like, and send us a message to our Facebook page. If it's really bad.
That's right. Yeah.
But I don't want you to do that. I want you to, be loud and proud about it. You know what? I messed up and screamed at somebody. Or hey, maybe you got some good, healthy vengeance. How do you say that without it sounding evil? Payback, karma.
I'm not sure, but you can keep trying,
You gave the company what they deserved. Some karma.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that one. Vengeance. Right. Oh my gosh. I'm done.
So yeah, how'd you get even? Just put it that way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to everybody who's been along the journey with us. We really, really appreciate it. We love y'all so much. I'm so happy and welcome aboard to all our Wilmington listeners.
That's right.
It is so cool to have some new blood in the game here, some new comments.
We really
and things like
appreciate
that.
it. Yeah, absolutely. And it's fuel to keep us going, so we can hit episode 15 and episode 20 and hopefully episode 30 before the robots take over.
Well, we'll find out because those announcements are coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? You go over to a friend. We're going to go over to our friend Tom and Jennifer's house. They're going to have a damn robot out back. And Naomi's just going to scream and run.
I will. I'll be like, I cannot be in your house.
Well,
I'm
see you
sorry.
later.
Yep. No, you can stay. I'm going to run straight home. It's like 20 miles. I'm running. I don't care. I'm not looking back either.
It's gone.
Yep.
Anyway. All right. Leave those comments on the Facebook page or the YouTube if that's where you're listening. Thank you again so much. Find us everywhere you can get your podcast because you can, Snowman.
That's right.
And tell your friends.
That's right. Luke, you gonna leave us with a laugh.
I'm going to do my best here. We've got our book, A Shitload of Dad Jokes to Take a Poo To by Ben D. Over.
I don't even think I can laugh at any of these right now.
All right.
Not that I usually do.
I asked my dad, are we pyromaniacs? He said, yes, we arson.
Oh, that's awful. It's so stupid.
What happens when you don't pay your exorcist?
I don't know.
You get repossessed.
Oh, that's a good one. That's more clever than anything else.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Man walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt under his arm. He shouts, a beer, please, and one for the road.
That's stupid.
That is a stupid one. That's a great dad joke. I love that.
End on a better note. You got one more for us?
I got a couple more. I'm giving up drinking for a month. Sorry, that came out wrong. I'm giving up. Drinking for a month.
Makes sense, yeah.
Let's see here. I am Buzz Aldrin, second man to step on the moon. Kneel before me. Neil Armstrong.
That's
Come on, you know.
awful.
It took her so long.
Did it take me so long? It took like a second and a half.
All right, my
I had to
sword.
figure out where the punchline was. Oh, Neil. Okay, got it.
My sword isn't very heavy because it's my lightsaber.
That's stupid. That was so stupid. How can you laugh that hard at that
I'm so
joke?
happy. I loved all of it. It was a solid run. This book is
No, it
great. We
wasn't.
got plenty more left in the book of dad jokes from Brian over in England. Thank you so much again, Brian. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm going to get out of here before her eyes just roll all the way to the back of the head, and I got to pick her up off the floor.
That's right.
All right, we'll talk to you episode 15. We love you all to death.
Love you, bye.
I love you, bye.